Hello everyone, in this video we will be learning when a subset of a given vector space is dependent and what do you mean by something is not dependent. So we start from a vector space V plus comma dot be a vector space over R and A is a subset of V. We say that A is dependent if there is an element in A which can be written as a linear combination of other element in A. So we'll start very simple example. Example number 1. An example is let me take V equal to R2 with usual plus in the scalar multiplication. And now what we do is let me take A equal to this set 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 2. Now the question is we want to understand A is dependent or not. So how will you proceed? You are looking whether there is an element in A which can be written as a linear combination of other. So basically here we can see that if we start from 1 comma 1, I have to check that whether 1 comma 1, we have to check whether 1 comma 1 belongs to LS of A minus 1 comma 1 or not. If we are able to do this thing, then we say that this set A is dependent. Why? Because we got one element in A which can be written as a LS of A minus that element. 1 comma 1 equal to half into 2 comma 2. This means and then this belongs to, where does this belong? LS of 2 comma 2. And what is LS of 2 comma 2? LS of 2 comma 2 is basically A minus 1 comma 1. So 1 comma 1 belongs to LS of A minus 1 comma 1. I wanted to illustrate the definition of dependent. Something is said to be dependent. Some set, I am not saying vector is dependent. Some set is said to be dependent if there is a one element in that set, at least one element in that set which can be written as a linear combination of other. Here I got one element 1 comma 1 which can be written as a linear span of other. 2 comma 2 is also you can write as a linear combination of 1 comma 1. So, but we do not need to check all the element in A. There is an element in A. One element is enough, which can be written as a linear combination of other. Then it is dependent. Do you understood? You may pause the video. Then we will start other example. So let me ask a question. Question is, let me say A is a set such that 0V belongs to A. We do not know anything about A. We do not know. We just know that 0V belongs to A. So what do you know? You know that A is non-empty. Means that's it. No information you have. My question is whether A is dependent or not. Not dependent, we did not depend. Not dependent means there is no vector in A which can be written as a linear combination of others. So negation basically. Okay, what is your answer? You have to find out one element in A. If it is dependent, you have to find out one element in A which is a linear combination of other. We just know that it has a 0V. So there may be two cases, na? In other cases there exists some V which is not equal to 0V and V belongs to A. Let us try to see in both cases if we are able to prove that there is an element in A which is a linear combination of other element, then we are done. Then we are done means what? Then A will be dependent. In this case 1, A 0V. So here can I write down, I will ask this question, can I write down 0V belongs to LS of, ask this question, A minus 0 was, because what is A minus 0V? A minus 0V is empty. Because if in this case, and by conventionally we have defined LS of empty is just 0V. So 0V belongs to this set. So in this case, yes. In this case, if A is just singleton 0V, then A is dependent because I got one element which can be written as a linear combination of A minus 0 which belongs to LS of A minus 0V. Here you will say that 0 it can be written as a linear combination of others, but there is no other. So if there is no other, so basically you are having empty set, and by convention you are saying that LS of empty set is 0V. In other cases, so where does 0 into V lies? Where does this lies? This lies in LS of A minus 0V. LS of A minus 0V has 0V actually. I hope you understood this line. So basically, in this case also 0V belongs to LS of A minus 0V. Give time to this if you did not. We got now A is dependent. Try to give some time to this one. You should pause the video and assimilate the definition of the dependent. Let me write down the third question, and until you answer the third question, do not go after that. You should pause the video and resume only when you understood answer to question number 3 by yourself. So the question is, let A equal to V, and take A just V. A is dependent or not? Why? Because A equal to 0V and 0V is also there. And then we have proved that if A is any set which contains 0V, then that has to be dependent. Okay, question number 4. This is dependent or not? Is dependent or not? What will be your answer? Whether 2, because you can write down 2 comma 3 equal to 1 comma 1 plus 1 comma 2. This will implies that 2 comma 3 I can write as a linear span of A minus comma 3. So this means what? I got one vector which can be written as a linear combination, linear span of other. So A is dependent. So this will prove that A is dependent. These are the simple examples to understand whether some set is dependent or not. Let me ask a question here. Suppose you have a set A, let me take A as a finite set, V1, V2, Vk, which is a subset of a vector space V. Suppose you have this equation. This is an equation, no? And suppose this equation implies 1 of AI is not equal to 0. Suppose this equation, solve this equation, and suppose it implies 1 of AI is not equal to 0. So then the question is, this is the question. Question A is dependent or not? Question clear? 1 of AI, this is equation is given to you, 1 of AI is not equal to 0. Then it is dependent or not? What is the definition of the dependent? If there exists a V belongs to V, such that V belongs to LS of A minus V also. So this is the definition. So now what can you say about this one? See, what is given to you? Start the things which is given to you. There is a 1I. So there is a 1I which is not equal, AI is not equal to 0. So AI, so let me say that is I naught. This is not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0. This is given to you. So, and one more thing, this equation is there. Then only AI is not equal, AI naught is not equal to 0. So what is equation is you are having? A1 V1 plus A2 V2 plus dash A. Here I should not write A3 V3. Here one should write AK Vk. AK Vk equal to 0. I naught is one of this A1, A2, AK. So you just select one AI naught, Vi naught, you just take it here. And then from here, I naught is one of this. Na? So I have taken one of this. Plus other you take in separate. In separate means, see, I am here using the axiom 1 and axiom 2 that this vector space addition is commutative and associative. So I can just shuffle all these things here and there. And then what we are having? Here we are having all those n equal to 1 to k, 1 to k, ai, v, an, vn, all, but an, vn, but in this sum, n is everything, but n is not equal to I naught. And then that is equal to, here when one writes 0, so this means that you are having 0v. So then what will happen? ai naught into vi naught, ai naught into vi naught. This is a one vector in vector space. So every vector in the vector space has a unique inverse. So then there exists unique inverse. That inverse we denote as a minus of that. So if I just add minus of this thing here and minus of this thing here, so what we will get? Here you will get that thing plus of this thing, and the minus of whole thing will give you 0v. And then ai naught plus 0v will be ai naught plus vi naught. And here you will be having 0v, and then inverse of that. So inverse of that we denote as a so let me write down here this way, minus of n is not equal to I naught comma k an vn. And then 0v if you add, that will be equal to just this one. So we are having ai naught into vi naught equal to minus summation n equal to n is not equal to 1, n equal to 1, n is not equal to I naught comma k an into vn. And then so this will implies that vi naught, what is vi naught? Vi naught is minus 1 by ai naught summation n equal to 1 to n equal to 1, n is not equal to I naught to k an into vn. Now using the property that using the axiom of the vector space, what I can do is I can write down this is a n equal to 1 to k and n is not equal to I naught, and then this I can write as a an divided by ai naught. I can divide by ai naught. Here I am using ai naught is not equal to 0 into vn. So then this means what? Vi naught I can write in this form, and then this belongs to, where does this belong? This belongs to ls of v1 comma dash v, ls of v1 comma dash vk. But these here you do not have vi naught. Here you do not have vi naught. So v1 to vk minus vi naught. Here you are. So basically vi naught can be written as a linear span of this. So this means I got one vector vi naught, one of these, which can be written as a linear combination of other. So this will imply that A is dependent. A is dependent. So this is really important criteria. This is very important criteria. If this is equal to 0v and one of ai is not equal to 0, we say that the set turns out to be dependent. In the beginning you have a dependent set, and so you can make an equation such that one of that is not equal to 0. So therefore this criteria is actually very useful criteria to check whether some finite set is dependent or not, or some set is dependent or not. What is the criteria? If a equal to v1 to vk, so let me write down here is if a equal to v1 to vk subset of v, a is dependent. If you take any equation, this is the equation a1 v1 plus ak vk, and suppose this equation means this is you are equating to 0v, and suppose this implies that there exists I naught which belongs to 1 to k, at least one I naught, there exists I naught such that a I naught is not equal to 0. So if a equal to this and a is dependent, if and only if this happens. If I take this as a definition, then what do you mean by not dependent? Can you negate this thing? Not dependent. We'll be doing this thing in the next video.